This video is how to remove calcium and lime deposits in a toilet. This place is going to go up on the market next week. It's going for sale next week. So you can see, let's zoom on in. It's a lot of calcium and lime. There's no rust over there. There was a cleaning person that did cleaning on here, didn't know how to remove this. The realtor came over here, put bleach in there overnight. That's not going to remove calcium. Let's show you. This is what I just picked up. I got a bucket from Home Depot because I don't want to spill water on the floor. I've got some heavy-duty gloves because I don't want, normally I wouldn't care, but I don't want to get this stuff on my hands. I've got 2 bottles of CLR. I don't need 2 bottles of CLR. Calcium lime remover. Calcium lime, that's what I need. I got 3 sticks from the paint department, so I can kind of scrape without damaging the toilet. I got a package of sponges, not that expensive. You see another thing of CLR. And then I bought some Barkeeper's Friend cleanser in case I end up scratching up the toilet with the stick. And that should take care of it. So I don't have a tripod. This is spur of the moment. Got to get this toilet clean for the realtor. They're not happy with how it looks, but that's the least of our problems. Definitely try to wear some gloves. This stuff is very caustic. You do not want to, I think the instructions say you don't want to leave this in the toilet for more than 2 minutes. You could end up etching the material, the white material. You could stain the toilet. You could damage the toilet. You could damage the wax ring. You could do a lot of damage. So don't leave this in there. What I'm going to do, why did I get the bucket? Because I'm going to use the sponge. I'm going to drain the toilet, get the water out of the toilet. You want to put this directly on the toilet. You don't want this soaking, floating in water. You want this to be able to make contact with the calcium and the lime to break it down. I'm not really going to be able to show you anything else because I don't have the tripod. I'm just telling you how I'm going to do this. I'm going to show you the after results. I need to get this toilet clean. Here we are, an hour later. I really wish that I had my CLR. Well, the CLR is really not breaking through this lime. I thought it was going to. Lysol toilet bowl cleaner or the other toilet bowl cleaners would break through this in a second. But this CLR, which I really thought was going to take care of this thing, I've been digging at this for an hour and it's a nightmare. Very disappointed in CLR. You see this deposit stuff over there? I used the blade of a screwdriver to break that off. It wasn't that thick, but it just came off. You don't want to do that though because you could damage your toilet and you can scratch the finish, which I kind of did, but I'd rather have a little bit of damaged finish that I can clean up with Barkeeper's Friend than all this lime deposit that looks absolutely terrible. But there's only so much I'm going to do on this toilet today. Obviously CLR is not the key. I've got some Lysol cleaner I'll bring over here maybe tomorrow and try to clean this up, maybe not. Hopefully this video helped you. If you want to do that, thumbs up, subscribe, like, share. Donation link in the video description, that's up to you. Let's get this water to drain down. CLR, it's softened. I'm not going to say it didn't work. It softened the material. There's still too much of that stuff in the bottom that I don't like. I'm going to come here tomorrow with some Lysol toilet bowl cleaner. I'll drain the tank. I'll drain the bowl and put some Lysol stuff on that. It will break loose in no time. I'll ask the realtor, but I'll probably still come out here and clean it up tomorrow. And there you go. This took me over an hour. CLR, shame on you. This should have popped off in minutes. Seriously, it should have popped off in minutes. Lysol toilet bowl cleaner would rip this off. The other, I can't remember, Works, which I'll probably go to the store and buy the Works. I should have done that anyway. The Works would have ripped this off in minutes. Continuation of the video from yesterday. What I have here is Lime Away, which I think is probably going to work. Got some stuff I bought at the dollar store, Rust Lime Calcium. I've got some of the Works. I got 3 bottles of that. I've got some some vinegar. Very acidic, you have to be careful. And for this, for my other job, I've got some steel wool and some 400 grit sandpaper, wet sandpaper. I really don't want to do that, but let me show you what's going on here. She didn't like the rust over here, and I think I can probably scrape that off with the sandpaper. Maybe not, I might have to replace She didn't like this, so the choice is, do I want to use steel wool, which will probably take it off. I think it was used originally by the plumber years ago who cleaned this up. That's just some lime. Do I want to use lime stuff? I don't know if I want it to leak in the tub. Steel wool is going to leave a lot of shavings I'm going to have to wash down. Or do I want to use the sandpaper, which wet and dry sandpaper might take it off, might damage the finish. So we'll have to figure out what we're going to do. I'll let you know at the end of the video what I ended up doing to remove this and to remove this nightmare. That's where the rust was. It's still kind of pitted a little bit, but I don't want to really replace that thing. It's not a hard job to do, really not worth it. This was cleaned up with a tiny amount of steel wool, very fine steel wool. Let's go down to the faucets. I cleaned that with, what did I use on that? The Works. I used some of the CLR, it really didn't do anything. I'm not really happy with CLR. I've tried it on a few things and it just doesn't seem to be doing what it's supposed to do. So, the Works, it did okay. They could be replaced. Maybe they should be replaced, but is it worth it? I don't know. I didn't do that over there. I probably should have. Maybe I can go in there and clean that up. I wish I had some chrome polish or something, but I'll go maybe clean that up. Plastic, I'm not going to touch that. The toilet. CLR did nothing. Rust, lime. This stuff was rust. That wasn't rust, it was lime and calcium. You know what cleaned this thing? The Works. Cleaned all of it. What's amazing is that I barely had any water in the toilet and I had almost an empty container of the Works and I poured it in there. And which means it was diluted and it almost dissolved all of what was there. I know yesterday I worked on it, I scraped it, I used CLR, and really I don't think CLR even softened it that much. The Works took it off with the water diluted, then I drained the tank, not the tank, I got the water out of the bowl, soaked some the Works in there for about 5 minutes, if that long, and all of that calcium lime stuff that looks like somebody had an episode and it swirled all over the place and left skid marks. All of that's gone. So the Works is what saved the day. Over here, over here, over here. It's incredible stuff. So if you're going to be doing a cleaning job, I would recommend the Works. I know they've changed the formula between the Works and Lysol and their different chemicals that supposedly do the same thing, but a little bit safer than muriatic acid. A lot safer. Hopefully this video helped you out.